Well, did that just run out, did it? It's still going? Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Yeah. All right, all good. So anyway, so I use a site called BuzzStream. Write this down. BuzzStream's awesome. So what you do is you type in keywords that you're targeting to do with the industry. It brings up a list of articles that are trending really hard, 4,000 shares. This is just like awesome content. You go through and look for content that's relevant to your industry. The content that's trending and getting tons of traffic, you just go, yep, that there, you know, it might be a guy with a drone strapped to a frog or something, flying around. But if you sell drones, that's relevant, okay? So you do something like it, but don't be that tone. So you lead by example in terms of if other people are doing it and it's trending, it works. So make a piece of content's better than that, and it's going to trend, and you're going to build all these links, and you're going to cane it online and build an audience around it. So create quality YouTube videos. So yeah, I've been experimenting with this over the years, and it really does work. And so I just focus on creating videos that help people. So if I'm working with a caterer, it might be, you know, how to cook a dish. It might be, say, a little bit sort of boring, but the metrics are great and it's relevant. It might be teaching them how to do something, how to sharpen their knife. It might be a cool little video of reverse engineering an onion, for instance, in slow-mo or in super speed. Something that's relevant to the industry, that's interesting, I engage with, potentially share. Do it and get it on your site. Get it on your site. Because the person will then come through to the site, the metrics will be right. They'll then want to stay and they'll want to watch it through to completion. You satisfy Google, you rank. Okay. Another great thing with video, I do this all the time, is you reuse content. Video is absolutely amazing. I've got that camera running there because now I can strip the audio out of it. I can upload it to my iTunes podcast account and people can listen and learn about SEO through audio, okay, which is more links from iTunes, which Google loves, okay. I can then share that to my social profile, spin off more links if the content's great, yeah. Then I can give it to people to reverse engineer, for instance, and to write an article or articles with my content, my voice. You get where I'm coming from? You can share it through syndication to other video sites, more links. You can create infographics around this seminar, then create a massive long article, the best SEO crash course of all time, times 3, right? And embed the video, embed the podcast, have cool infographics and downloadables, put in your email address. I'm going to teach you SEO and you're going to save 10 grand a year. It's going to be awesome. But I've got their email address. You get where I'm going? That's why I'm recording it. Okay. Take photos, great photos, embed them into Pinterest, Instagram, and then embed them into your article. So again, your article has more interesting content, digestible information, double readership paths they call them. People can have, when people read a piece of content, right, you can have multiple messaging going on at once. You can have, for instance, sentences that are one specific font. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you can read an article and it might have these headlines through it? And it might have 3 dot points, and it might have one sentence, it's only 2 lines. They call that, those headings are called double readership path, and what it is your mind can digest two separate conversations at once. So those headings can be suggestive, and the rest can be delivering the content. You get me? So always consider that too. And if you can, start to research double readership paths, Dan Kennedy, how to write, how to be compelling, because marketing, SEO, all this stuff is a form of sales. Us speaking to each other is a form of sales communication. It really is. Well, not trying to persuade, but we naturally sometimes do. So if you can sort of learn to communicate more effectively, again, more interesting content, which is great. So share the videos, images, podcasts, infographics. That's a bit of a no-brainer. Share it to your audience. Start to promote. I'll get into that further. Embed them into your amazing article. So you want to have all this stuff embedded in your article, so your article is absolutely amazing. Share article to audience via social. Email article out to list. Now this is where I noticed things started to heat up big time. It gets to the point where you build an email list, right? So say this to 5,000 people. Like I'm sure anyone in here over time could build a list of 5,000 people. I think that's pretty achievable. It is, right? What do you think is going to happen if you create an amazing video and then your audience you've built a personal connection with over a couple of years and they value your content because you're just a really interesting dude and you talk about stuff that's amazing, right? What happens if I create a video on YouTube? Okay? You might pick up 2,000 views in 2 hours, right? But then the 2,000 views in 2 hours, YouTube goes, this video is cool. Because people are engaging with it, they're watching it through to completion, then they rank the video. And then that promotion has started to spin up the account. the video is starting to get its own traction. So you get to a tipping point with internet marketing where build your list. It's going to be really hard. Improve the quality of the site in terms of the experience. But build your list. Offer bait. Help people to build your list. Because that list, I just think of it as a supercharger or turbocharger. It's like, I've got that list now, I can just go bang with this new piece of content and they're hungry for it because they love it. Then they consume it and share it. You help them, but at the same time it's great for you, great for your brand, great for your business. Okay, find authorities in your industry. So you're a car mechanic or whatever you are, look for authorities, okay? And so that might be newspapers, that might be people that write about weddings. For instance, like a fantastic wedding photographer. And if your content totally rocks, your content's amazing, reach out to that person, reach out to the authority, and every authority in the industry that you can find and say, oh, hey guys, I really like what you do, by the way, I stumbled across this article and that's absolutely amazing. By the way, would you mind having a look at it and potentially sharing it on your site? That doesn't sound too bad. Perhaps if it makes it easier, I'll rewrite the content for you. And I'll come up with some new images and perhaps you could put it on your site and I'll save you paying the content writer to do it. It doesn't sound that hard. But do that with 40 authorities and 5 come back and say yes. You've built 5 broken links from authority sites, high page rank, huge audiences. You're driving real traffic, more authority, Google thinks you're the best, ranks you. You know what I mean? So you're hacking. This is a form of hacking. Right? You're hacking along and you're promoting yourself. This is the promotion part. This is the hardest part. Okay. Yeah. So find authority, share it. I use software like BuzzBundle. What it does is it just makes my job a bit easier. So I type in keywords. Right. So that might be the automotive industry we're talking about. What it'll do is it will scale the web and it will pick up conversations on social sites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Right. Q&A sites, forums, wherever it can find content about this within the last day. So these comments are really, especially about comments, they're really relevant and they're up to date. Then what I do is I start to get involved with those conversations personally. Never set up bots, never automate anything because it's well too smart for that and you just trash your brand. Get in there and go, oh, hey Sue, I noticed that you've got sore feet. I'm sorry to hear that, I had sore feet once and this is how I fixed it. Right. There's this really cool piece of content over here that shows you how to fix your feet. That sounds alright, doesn't it? Okay. And you do that 400 times in a day. What do you think's going to happen to your traffic? And it's relevant and it helps them. That's how you build audiences. That's what you got to do. You got to manually do it. And trust me, it sucks being there for 7 hours straight doing it. But the benefits are so good that it's worth doing. It's awesome. Build massive audiences. Alright, so we'll keep going. So write that down, worth the investment, it's amazing, it's really cool. They're not fake accounts either, you do it as your own account. So I'll do it as Neville Rodder. Oh hey Sue, I know you've got sore feet, by the way, here's an article that might help you with that, I'm sorry you got sore feet, but this might help you, you might sleep tonight. Yeah, so, so you want to pump up your pumpers. What this means is, that strategy I was talking about with whiteboard mark.